Hi, how are you all doing out there in the YouTube land? Seems like every day we are talking about the same thing, and that would be the HPA Hearing Protection Act. I am joined by Flying Rich here, who is my co-host. And where the hell is everyone? How do we only have one viewer? Okay, we got here.
We got Johnny 3-bar. That's all that matters.
Here they come. It's I don't know, and maybe it's just taking the time to update. But we're going to be talking about the HPA and what an interesting development we have here.
Who got kicked in the groin?
No one got kicked in. Well,
I'm hoping somebody did.
Probably, but I'm just getting the numbers already here. But yeah, okay. So we all know that the HPA came out of the House Ways and Means Committee, and when it did come out, it lowered the cost of a tax stamp. Audio too low? Huh. Weird. Hold on.
Sounds fine to me. But I'm not them.
Yeah. Hold on. Just give me 1 second here, Rich.
Just checking my mic settings. My mic settings look good.
Whose audio is low? Mine or Rich's?
Jordan says we're good. Jordan's the only one that matters.
All right. So when it came out of the House Ways and Means Committee, Section 2 of the HPA was not in there. Instead of eliminating suppressors from the NFA, what it did was lower the tax stamp to $0.
Okay.
That was something that we were all upset about because they could have just as easily removed suppressor from the NFA. Because you only need 51 votes for a tax bill to go through. What happened after that was, and before that, was an all-out shitstorm where everyone called and called and called and called. And now Jason Smith, who is the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee and within his power to do this, says he is open to bringing it back up, to actually adding Section 2 back in to the reconciliation bill out of the House Ways and Means Committee, which is something that we're open to and what we want. One of the reasons why we are seeing this happen is because of the pressure you guys are putting on. And I know I've been asking you guys to make a lot of calls. I even asked you guys to call the Senate.
My wife's called.
But right now, what I need you guys to do is call Jason Smith's office. And tell him not only does he have to be open to, don't call while we're on the air, Rich.
Oh.
Not only does he have to be open to bring it back up, he needs to bring it back up. And Constitutional Patriot puts out there, and they also forgot to enter in the Short Act, which they have to do. Now, the Short Act not being in there, I heard that was an oversight. You'll have to see.
So Short Act is SBRs.
SBRs and SBS.
Off the NFA.
Off the NFA. So we need these two bills.
When we
need these two bills to be added in to it.
Give me 1 second.
So when we call Jason Smith, we're talking about HR 404, HR 450, so the Hearing Protection Act and the Short Act. And what do we need to tell him?
To remove suppressors from the NFA and remove short barrel rifles and shotguns from the NFA.
If there is no transfer tax, then there should be no transfer documents, no registration documents. Just the same, like that's ridiculous. It almost seems like there's some other reason that people want to keep them on the NFA.
Yes. And there's a lot of people saying, name the company, name the company, name the company. The company name's out there if you look for it. But it's not going to be my story to break. So I'm going to sit back and let
Either
the other people break the story, and then I'll be covering it at the same time. But
Just
it
be
was
aware that
it
there's
was
a lot of
joint. It was a joint effort to track down proof and everything. So
and there may be a lot of things behind the scenes where like people may not be allowed to say things or able to say things that go beyond the scope of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna be quiet.
yeah, I'm not really sure what that means, but okay.
Hey, the Sentinel, Blue Curtain Burner, Belligerent Instigator.
We're not going through a DLD after dark and naming every single person in the chat.
Well, same people that said hi. You got to do that.
FBA.
All right, so that's what we need you guys to do. We need everyone in here to call Jason Smith's office at 202-225-4404. That's 202-225-0404, and tell him to reintroduce the bill. That is something that we got to get through, and that is and we got to get out of here because I got to return that call because it's very important. Actually, hold on. You guys talk for a second.
So we got to call them. We got to call this Jason Smith and tell him, hey, man, put SBRs, the short act, back on the bill, remove them from the NFA, and remove suppressors from the NFA. We need to do this legal stuff. So that's your dog going wild, Dark.
Yeah, sorry, that's mine going crazy. If someone walks by the front of my house, he's like, not in my hood.
It's only when ATF agents walk by that my dogs go wild.
Oh, yeah. I wish mine was that well trained. Now, this is what you said HB 450 is the short act?
No, you got it reversed. So it's HB 404 and HR 404, HR 850. I don't know which one's which. One's the Hearing Protection Act, one's the Short Act. And basically, they edited the bills. So instead of being a $200 tax stamp, it's like either nothing or $5 or whatever. We want them to remove suppressors from the NFA and short-barreled rifles and short-barreled shotguns from the NFA.
Yeah. So Jordan Vinro says, I just called Jason Smith's office. They answered, tell them to reintroduce the bills. Belligerent Instigator says, I called and they picked up the phone. Sounds like the phone lines are open, guys. Why did it only take me one try to call? Can someone else call? Yeah. Guys, look, I know this may seem petty or ridiculous in the eyes of some, but imagine this. If we were to get the win right now to literally remove cans and SBRs and SBSs and all this stuff from the NFA, that would be a massive win that every single one would celebrate, right? So why
I was there. I remember.
Make a call, right?
Make a call. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. It costs you a few seconds of your life to never fill out a tax stamp again.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I just think that people are okay, and I'll be the first one to say that I usually don't call. I usually don't engage with this because I'm like, look, I don't want to engage with this broken and corrupt system at all. I despise it, right?
My wife
but
called.
This is one of those situations where you got to get past your ego and pride and just call.
Yeah, and look, we're not asking for money. We'll do that later. We're just asking for a few seconds of your time, which you can never rebuy because time is the only thing you can't buy back with money.
Don't remind them how valuable it is.
Yeah, so I called yesterday, got a recording. Leave a message. It's critically important. You call, leave a message.
That gal that answered is pretty nice. 2 rings.
On her, what are we talking about?
HR 850 is the Shush Act. HR 404 is the Hearing Protection Act. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I came in late. My apologies. This is the one time I've been making calls. See?
Amen. Thank you, FBA.
Thank you. They work for us. Absolutely.
Amen.
One of the things is that I want to bring up is this also could be because this information I will tell you that this came from the NRA the NRA could be trying to cover for Jason Smith as well.
What? All right, explain to me like
Explain
a
that,
2-year-old.
Like they could be saying Jason Smith is trying to reopen it. It's not his fault.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Here's the whole thing. And what you got to realize is you have, if you're listening to us now, you are the resistance. You have exponential power. If 10 people call, what was the number, Crump? Was it 10?
Yeah.
If 10 people call, they think the whole country wants that.
Yeah. Because people
So-
don't call. They don't want to. They don't want to have an awkward
They're
conversation.
too busy scrolling on Instagram.
I think I think they're nervous. I think they don't know what to say, and they don't want
Just
to sound
say,
dumb.
hey, you need to pass HPA, Hearing Protection Act, and the Shush Act. Remove suppressors from the NFA.
Yeah.
Get this done.
Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, I 100% agree. I literally just was echoing the same thing. He says, I usually don't call because he believes it's a broken system and he's lost faith. I am exactly the same way. Crump will tell you. I'm like, he'll be like, we need to call. I'll be like, man, I don't do that. I don't even want to engage in this broken system. But that's where the results come from. Why?
Amen.
Why
and that's
are people
why
opposing
the lefty
beliefs?
nutnigs get what they want, is because their people are, whether they have a brain cell in their head, they're dialing the phone. I don't know if they just sit them in front of they dial the phone.
I'm
they
going to
call.
report this. This is I don't let me make sure.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I can. All right. Apparently, the person is in there. So you said, yeah. Okay. So they're saying that that they're not going to budge on Section 2, but they're asking for cover from the NRA.
All right, explain that to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
Yeah. What are you
Basically, they're asking that they're not going to budge, and this is all basically trying to get cover from the NRA.
Okay, so
Get
it's all
cover from the NRA.
So the NRA is saying that Jason Smith, has
This is unconfirmed. This is from an anonymous source on the board.
Okay,
But
so
the NRA said they're not going to give him cover.
but what you're saying is that there's no hope. So we're telling these people to call for no reason.
No, I mean there still is reason to call, but what I'm getting is they're asking for cover from the NRA, but the NRA would not budge on Section 2. So basically, what I'm saying is that they're saying, "Hey, can you cover for us?" NRA said, "No, not unless you add Section 2 back in."
Oh, so the NRA's dug their heels in.
Yes.
On
Amen.
keeping. Hold on. Okay, Section 2 is the items
The
remaining
HPA.
on the NFA.
HPA. Yeah, removing suppressor from the NFA.
Oh wow! So the NRA, whoa,
Is on our
The
The
side.
NRA's
NRA
been doing a hell of a job on this.
Okay.
the NRA is taking a stance that they want to completely remove suppressors from the NFA.
That's been their stance for a while now, and they've been doing a hell of a
All right.
job. I will
Clutch
say.
my pearls! Whoa.
Amen.
That's crazy. They're doing something with the bajillions of dollars they've received from us simple plebes.
Correct.
Good on them. The people that I used to call not real activists are finally becoming activists.
Amen. Amen.
Correct.
All right. So for people, we got more people that just joined. Let's give that the elevator
The
pitch.
reopening, they're open to putting Section 2 of the HPA, which would remove suppressors from the NFA, back in there.
So the people need to call, not Dark, but Jason Smith at 202-225-4404 and say, hey, remove suppressors from the NFA.
I
Make it so.
Yes.
think what we may want to do is to show people how easy this is. What if we did a live call while on the stream?
No, I don't want to do that.
I think it may empower
Uh,
some folks to,
yeah, but that kind of pisses people off over there.
but what if they
They're
don't
less
know?
like if we call, they're less like they're gonna get pissed off, and they're less likely to act. I know how these people work.
But we're not going to say hello. We're live streaming on John Crump Live. I mean,
Trust me. They know.
I got immediate busy, so keep up the good work.
They know, Dark.
Keep up the good work. Definitely.
They read every article that I write, and they watch every stream I do.
I mean, if I call with my government name, you think they're going to know?
Well, they're watching it right now.
He said, "Yeah, Dark, you animal."
I know they're watching it right now. So,
Oh well, good.
So
Welcome to the
Paul,
party.
if you don't get through right now, put a reminder on your phone. Call back in an hour.
Yeah.
Call again. Have your neighbors call. Have your wife call.
That's the other thing I was going to say is it's likely that you have friends, family members that are also gun guys.
it's coming. It's a coordinated thing. It's coming.
So we have never been so close to getting suppressors removed from the NFA. Light up that phone line. Say, hey, remove suppressors from the NFA. Call them up. Be kind and polite. No nasty. Talk to them like you're talking to, the guy that's going to give you $1,000 if you're.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Pause. Yes, everything you just said is correct. Pause. No one is protecting anything, and it's kind of foul for you to say something like that when you probably know very little about what's going on. And turncoats.
It will come out. It has to come out at the right time, not to damage anything.
Turncoats need to be strategically eliminated, not just like yell because I'm mad. Like, just chill.
I'm mad,
right?
but keep your powder dry.
I'm saying that's for someone to say like, that's
it has to be done at the right time, at the right place. Trust me.
So Johnny 3-bar.
No one is walking away from this that lobbied against our rights unharmed. 100%. I guarantee you that will not happen.
Yeah. Brandon, yeah, I'll hit you up offline, Brandon. Sorry, I've been tied up. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy for people. I mean, most of the people out there that know me, and yeah, we gives nothing to turncoats, traitors, and tyrants.
No quarter for tyrants. I actually got a sign that says that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got this off Amazon for $14.
I can't trust you guys then. That's adorable. You guys are cute.
All right. So just when you swing, you got to swing for the knockout.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah. Like when you're aligning your sights on a target, do you just shoot from the hip? Or do you actually take the time to, go prone, look through your optic, know your holds, you know what I mean? Like when you're taking a shot, you're going to make sure that you strike the vitals. And there could be lots of things going on that you're unaware of.
You can't miss.
Yeah, ain't nobody protecting shit. So come on. Excuse my language.
So there you go. All right. Just remember, and with that, I think we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and follow Rich at Flying Rich Firearms, and follow Dark at DLD After Dark. We have a show at 5 p.m. today, and for in John Crump Live, and check out Definition Knives. I wasn't gonna forget that.
Please do. Appreciate it. Thank
Definition Knives is the non-paying sponsor of this show.
The only longest running non-paying sponsor of the show. Demolition Daddy, you don't have to worry about that. There will be no boycotting. There'll be no torturous interference. they will literally immediately go under and no one will even know about them in the future. They will be erased from history and it'll be complete obliteration. I'll shut up now.
All right. And with that, we're out of here. See you.